Drive who you are to Bob.
Okay, goes first because this is my ship.
There you go. Clive comments.
These are typical 1930s chiseled hero. Zap Brannigan-ish. Doesn't mind the Martians, but he hates when they bug him a lot and talk to him.
It's frequently.
Okay.
Oh, you're done?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Life's not very complicated.
Yeah. So I am Prince Astyanax, and I am a prince of Mars. Someday soon to be its emperor. But for now, things are in flux. In the meantime, he comports himself with all of the elegance that is associated with one of his stature. He, however, has, as he finds himself on this particular rocket ship, has grown fond? No, that's too strong a word. Has grown to greatly respect the captain and the competence of the crew, and will frequently remark that the captain is, among humans at least, seemingly fairly extraordinary.
He's been promoted to honorary Martian now.
Yes, honorary Martian. And we frequently will discuss, Tharg and I, in our amazement that the captain is demonstrating yet another extraordinary trait, which we did not believe humans were capable of. And yet there he is demonstrating it right before our very eyes. And we will discuss it, usually.
With him in earshot.
Within earshot.
Usually we'll tell him for the longest time of how he was almost Martian, which was a great compliment.
Right, exactly. But now that he's made it to honorary Martian, well, gee, his greatness seemingly knows no bounds. But Astyanax is actually devoted to eventually freeing Mars. That is his primary interest, his goal, and he is always striving to fulfill that goal one way or another.
And you will, sir.
Yes,
you will.
Of course. It's only a matter of time before I realize my greatness. And then there's Tharg.
I am Thargan. If you look on my tab, you'll see an actual picture of what Minduri looked like. I am the prince's protector. I have sworn my life to keep him alive. I kill things. That's pretty much all I do. The prince tells me what other things I should do or look out for. And of course, it's wise judgment, and whatever he says is appropriate because he's the prince, obviously, of the noble house. I'm just of the warrior class, so who am I to disagree? I had a fall from grace recently, but I have been, that shame has been removed, both through the prince's mercy and then
Santa Claus.
And then helping of rescuing the earthen deity Santa Claus.
Earthen deity Santa Claus.
And that's Sargon.
Cora.
Cora.
All right. Jeez. Wow. Cora Barton, pilot of the Solar Star. Damn good one, if I say so myself. Although my temper can get in the way sometimes. I constantly, well, not really argue with the captain. We bicker a lot, but when it comes down to it, he's not a bad guy per se.
It's my ship.
He's just full of himself. I do speak English, Martian, trade, German, and Japanese. Or speak and understand, I should say. So that seems to help periodically with messages that we might get.
I didn't realize you spoke Martian. We should be speaking to you in Martian every once in a while.
Oh,
Martian.
yeah. Her and
Well, you
About
know, she's been eavesdropping on your conversations.
True.
That's what you get from that.
Actually, how many languages does a person speak?
Let me look here.
Or is it tied to your knowledge? Because
I think it's tied to knowledge. I think you could have picked. Let me look here.
I think it was tied to knowledge.
Yeah, I think it was. Let's see. Let's see. One additional language per rank of the knowledge skill. You start off with your native language plus however much you've got in knowledge.
So I started off with English, which was my native, and I added Martian trade.
all right, I'm switching subterfuge and knowledge just because I want to be able to speak at least 3 languages.
Okay.
I love that for some reason I don't have my own language listed among my languages. I'm like,
You're very HR Giger looking there.
I am comma. I am an observer. An emissary
It's going to be interesting.
to observe you. We have to come amongst the lesser species so that we can observe them on occasion.
Oh, more aliens.
Poor captain.
Well, the upside is we don't normally talk directly to you that frequently. This one will talk at you very frequently to inform you of how much you are failing as a human being. So, nah, I don't know. Are you sure we're so bad? We build you up. He'll tear you down. Maybe you'll have a nice even keel after a while. Yeah, Martian's on my left shoulder, and you're roping on my right shoulder.
Oh boy.
Telling you, vaporize it. No, Captain, vaporize it.
Captain has Martian trade as one of his languages too. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they speak High Martian.
Do.
Which is Martian trade, so it's pretty much the gooder language.
Bryce has duplicated himself.
Yeah, had a connection hiccup there.
It's a game master ability.
Suddenly there were 6 of him.
Like, we are outnumbered. How did that happen?
If
What
one
is
of them
this?
could roll better, then that'd be great.
So I am on this space station looking for a ship to join so that I might observe
Which space station are we at currently docked at?
something
Well,
on Earth.
Now that I am back from my brief moment in the Phantom Zone, yes, we will pick things up with the Solar Star has finally made it to Earth. We've been heading for a bit with a few detours and whatnot. Specifically, you guys have docked at Spaceport America.
Yes.
A brand new orbiting installation, recently completed by the Americans and her allies, but mostly the Americans. Of course, it was launched with a significant amount of fanfare. You know, it's all about promoting peace and exploration. Largely, it's there as kind of a look what we can do, everyone else kind of a thing. And if I can screen share without crashing.
Meeting time 1. No, this was before we started doing that. We actually still
made in America.
That's true.
We still made stuff in America then.
There is also apple pie. You can't have an American thing without apple pie.
or cherry, if because some people really.
Hell yes.
Wow.
Apples are a Persian food. Why are you eating them in America?
What? What are you talking about? We had Johnny Appleseed.
Nope. No. Apples are from Persia.
Johnny Appleseed. What are you talking about?
Apples are from Persia.
Johnny Appleseed. Stop
USA. USA. USA.
Why is the Martian defending this? I don't understand.
I don't know why the captain isn't. Wow, that is positively Flash Gordon-y there.
Yes.
Actually, I see that they have wisely chosen to make it look saucer-like.
It's watermarked from the Rocky Jones Space Ranger collection there in the corner. So
wow.
I think that was very, very fitting given what we're doing here.
What's his name?
That is amazing.
Ed Wood designed this.
Signed by Ed Wood.
There's a lot of Angora here. What's going on?
Weird. There's a dress shop on every corner.
Wow, why are the fabrics so luxurious? I like this place.
That's very forward thinking to have things available in all of these diverse sizes.
It's like he just knows a woman's body.
Yeah. Very, very familiar with it. All right. So yes, we are on Spaceport America. The miners have, of course, been returned to their, or have been released to authorities, to some fanfare, as they all have kind of a harrowing story to tell of their dramatic rescue. Of course, little boys and girls all around the world, but especially in America, are happy that they were visited by Santa, not knowing the peril that he faced, trying to ensure that everyone who was nice got what they wanted for Christmas.
Yes. Of course, I'm going, yes, I saved Santa.
Well, it is your deity, so you can take credit for it. That's appropriate.
It is fair.
My brave leadership. My crew helped too, but it's mostly my brave leadership.
It was truly a wonder to behold.
You didn't, but you didn't. Never mind.
I think I need to walk away from the brown nosing here.
Hey,
Brown what? What did she say?
Never mind.
I don't understand.
Never mind.
hey, Jimmy,
Yes, Captain.
take an inventory of goods that we need. I'm sure this Spaceport America has got plenty for us.
Sure do, boss. That sounds swell.
Astyanax stares at Jimmy.
Kind of stares back. Something wrong, Prince?
What are you, Jimmy?
Kind of leans back a bit. Like, I'm 12. I'm a 12-year-old boy.
Yes, but for how long have you been a 12-year-old boy, Jimmy? You human.
Well, I'm almost 13, so nearly a year there, Prince. Sure, I'm looking forward to my birthday.
As am I, Jimmy. As am I. I will give you a gift. Come and see me on your birthday. I'll have something special for you. You may go now.
Gosh, that's great. Thanks, Prince. I look forward to it.
It's a great honor to receive a gift from the prince, Jimmy.
No
True.
doubt.
It is really.
Nauseating.
Captain,
Yes.
have you figured out what Jimmy is yet?
Well, Jimmy's what we call a purser.
I think that's lovely. You humans think you're people. Pudding. Thorny. I require
Person. Not person.
Jimmy, I require. No, what, Jimmy? Thorgan.
Yes, sir.
That human delicacy pudding, I require some. Would you please acquire some for me?
Right away, Your Honor.
Not chocolate.
Not the chocolate.
We do not eat the chocolate, Thorgan, ever.
You like the berry of straw, right?
The berries of straw. Yes, those. I require the berries. Wait, the berries of straw. Yes, require me pudding of the berries of straw.
Just call them strawberries.
You want to change the name, I guess so. Okay.
No, that's their name. Strawberries.
Right, berries of straw. I got it.
But why do they call them berries of straw?
We don't call them that. We call them strawberries.
It's a very inefficient language.
It is a human language.
It is amazing that, Captain, you were able to communicate so effectively with such ridiculous language. It speaks to your near Martianness, your elegance of form, function, and capability. Acquire it for me, Thorgan. Thorgan. Yes, acquire it for me. Thank you.
Thorgan is already running in some direction on the space station. Stopping, accosting people at various points, asking where he finds the berries of straw pudding.
Tags, Binks.
Yeah, Captain?
Go with Thorgan. He's trying to get strawberries.
Okay.
He also has no idea this is strawberry pudding. There should be.
Yeah, we'll go after him.
I have no idea what a galley is, so I'm stopping.
Please stop talking about me. I get it. You don't need to keep talking about it.
Talking about what, Captain?
About me.
Were we talking about you? No. We were speaking more about your Martian qualities.
Yes, exactly.
But why should we not speak of Martian qualities? They are extraordinary.
Yeah, I'm sure, but just please don't. Just
the fact that you possess them is, frankly, astounding. I mean, after all, given your background in, frankly, primitive backward ways, and the fact that your planet, in spite of itself, managed to claw its way into space and then managed to get itself fairly insinuated into every other culture, bespeaks some hidden traits that others truly can't possess. And you, Captain, you are truly worthy of study. Admiration. My apologies, I misunderstood. The word is admiration, not study. I get the words mixed up. Your language is so efficient, so inefficient, so inelegant. My apologies.
So, in the middle of that speech, he didn't notice that the captain went away and went to the closest bar.
It's fine.
And he turns around and he's like,
actually, the thing is at some point the prince was already kind of walking / gliding in vaguely the direction that Thorgan went in while he was speaking, assuming you were still there. So he didn't notice that you weren't there because he was already thinking about the next thing too. We both checked out of the conversation. How delightful.
Give me a whiskey, bartender.
You got it. This glass. Pours your whiskey. It's on a Spaceport America coaster.
Wow, this is a fancy place.
Only the best here on Spaceport America.
Excuse me, sir. I believe someone said that you are a captain of a starship.
I am that.
I am looking for a crew that I might observe and assist with some scientific endeavors.
Okay. Can you pay?
I can assist you. What sort of pay are you looking for?
You know, cash, money, dollars.
Seems inefficient, but okay.
Why don't you go see my pilot, Cora? We're at Docking Bay 94.
Of course you are.
Because the captain wants to drink and he doesn't want to deal with aliens right now.
You should really try the hamburger. It's delicious.
Oh, wait. It's a hamburger sandwich.
Wow, 2 hamburgers with a hamburger in between. Wait a minute.
All right, I go searching for this Cora person.
Wait,
Wait, what ship is that?
It's called the Solar Star. Give me another. Make it a double.
Oh, you got it. Can't say I blame you there. It's like you're popular.
Yeah.
So we will cut from there to Docking Bay 94, where the Solar Star is parked. Of course, it's parked upright because, you know, all rockets land upright in these things.
Of course.
Like an out front is what you recognize as like one of the younger humans, a boy of some sort.
Greetings. I am here to see a Cora.
Who may so Jimmy is like, oh, okay, yeah, I think she's on board. She's our pilot. She's swell. Can I ask who's calling?
My name is Kama. I seek to serve as, well, for your purposes, as a science officer.
Well, we sure could use one of those. We picked one up a couple years ago, but no one can really find him. We think he's around here someplace.
That's interesting.
He's long since merged himself with the ship.
Well, so he kind of punches a button, and Cora, the intercom, springs to life. Hear Jimmy's voice. Hey, Cora, we got a visitor.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Kama. He's looking for you. He's a European. You know what a European?
Oh, anybody that would be looking for me, let me come down there.
Okay. So without breaking smile, I looks at you and Kama and says, "Cora's gonna be right down."
Yeah, I heard her.
Well, it doesn't take you long to get down there, and sure enough, you got Jimmy standing in front of what is unmistakably European.
Wow. Okay.
I'm seeking a berth. I am on my observation journeys.
Okay.
I can't help with science duties.
You said duties.
I'm sorry. Refresh my memory. Did we lose our scientist, or do we still have him?
Oh, we still have him. It's more that he does sciencey things. So if we require something, it's like, we need this thing made, and we kind of we hold it out towards the open doorway that we can hear things happening in. His hand comes out, takes it, and then at some point we get back that which we require when we require it, kind of.
Okay.
But all we ever see is the hand. Hear Russian, lots of Russian.
Lots of Russian. Having a European would, despite Dr. Yuri's apparent ability, would certainly be an upgrade. Also, there's always that whole, they're kind of touchy, and if they've chosen you for observation, you never quite know what's going to happen if they say no, kind of a feeling that you would be having. or that whole kind of, disintegrator beam thing.
Hey, it's both a blessing and a curse. There's a Martian concept buried in this somewhere.
Well, you're more than welcome to locate it. Well, Jimmy can help you find an empty pump. We do have a scientist aboard, but we don't see much of him. I'm sure he wouldn't mind some input on whatever he's doing currently.
I would love to see what the primitive scientist has come up with.
All right. Well, Jimmy, get him stowed in a bunk somewhere, and then escort him to the science lab.
Will do. Welcome aboard, comma. Follow me. I'll get you settled in.
And then Cora gets on the comm. Captain. Oh, Captain's in the kitchen.
Yeah, Captain's having a drink at the bar.
Captain's hammered and passed out.
Yes, Cora?
And cheese sticks.
Yeah.
Are those Cheetos? I can't tell.
Cheese puffs.
Cheese puffs.
Puffs.
Cheese puffs.
Yeah, I want cheesy poof.
To see them is to want them. It's weird.
I'm assuming that you sent this guy over to the ship.
Oh, yeah, the European?
Yeah, him. Comma.
That's his name?
That's what he said.
Well, that's just swell.
So I'm assuming that you wanted me to put him in a bunk and whatever.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be another one that's going to trade work for passage.
Okay.
Well, these non-Terrans don't understand about money. It's kind of communistic.
Un-American.
Yeah.
Un-American behavior on Spaceport America.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure because otherwise I'll toss him. But
No, he's keen.
keen.
Yeah.
It's 1930s for
He's also the cat's meow.
Okay.
And you hear liquid being sloshed about. Yeah, give me another.
Captain, are you in the bar?
No.
Are you sure? Because I can hear liquid being poured in the background and the clinking of glasses, so you're in a bar, aren't you?
I'm helping getting supplies. Clive, calm it out.
Great. This is going to be one of those where he gets drunk again and falls down.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Happy Romany out after you.
What could possibly go wrong sending him out into the world? He never ends up in trouble.
I've been kidnapped again.
You'll never guess what happened. It's like, you'll just never understand. It's just,
He
I
was
don't
fixed
understand.
for Joseph Goebbels.
Oh.
Alright, so as that happens, we will smash cut to the Tag, Binks, and Thargan extravaganza. So I have to ask you, Thargan.
Yes.
So we're on Spaceport America, and you've gone charging off. Tag and Binks are sprinting to catch up. Question I have as your friendly local game master. So are you like in full armor charging around Spaceport America, or what?
Well, I came onto the spaceport to protecting the prince, so obviously I need to be in full battle gear if no one objected. And yeah, with ham axe slung on my shoulder, in the holster, because there's not an active fight now.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go
Making
well.
sure. Just getting a feel for it. So you are charging off. Yeah, what did I hear in a minute? All right, so you were charging off. Tag and Binks catch up to you largely because you're stopping to ask everyone that you see about this berries of straw pudding. Most people are trying to avoid you because you're a charging Martian wearing full Madoran battle gear,
Yeah.
which is concerning. Tag and Binks catch up behind you. Hey, Thargan, wait, Thargan, go wait up, man. Come on.
Oh yes, you're one of the captain's servants.
Two of us. A Tag, he's Binks.
Right. The Tag's Beans servants. Sure.
True.
Follow with me.
Wait. What are you trying to do? You can't just run around the spaceport.
The prince requires pudding. I am acquiring pudding. Unfortunately, no one on this spaceport has any clue on where the pudding is provided.
Well,
I may have to interrogate soon.
No, you don't interrogate anyone. We can help you get pudding, Thargan.
You know where it's located.
Well, yeah, it's got to go, to one of the stores where they sell supplies.
Why did you not say so? Lead the way. Time is of the essence. Hurry.
Yes. So they kind of lead you around and kind of weaving your way through the crowd, although it kind of tends to part a bit when they see you behind Tag and Binks. Yeah. So you make your way to what is a store here on Spaceport America. There's a place where kind of almost like the spaceport equivalent of a general store, essentially. You do draw some odd stares when entering. Tag and Binks. I was like, you want us to do the talking, or what is it? What kind of pudding are you looking for?
The prince desires berries of straw.
Berries of straw? Strawberries?
Yes, I think the captain said that's another name you made up for it. Sure.
Okay, so you want strawberry pudding?
Yes.
Okay, that should be easy enough. Just
A large portion. About this much.
it's a lot of pudding. Are you sure you want that much?
The prince wants pudding. I will acquire pudding. I need to make sure that the prince has as much as he needs.
Oh, okay. Fine. Yeah, we'll go get you some pudding. Just want to wait here or something like that, or?
I will go with you. I need to keep an eye on the process.
Oh, okay. Sure. Fine.
I would just stand awkwardly behind them as they order.
So yeah, they walk up into the counter person. It's like, do you have strawberry pudding? He's like, yeah, I guess so. It's like, well, we, get some odd looks from the counter person questioning their orders. Like, just trust me, that my big friend here he eats a lot of pudding. I guess I don't know.
Defenses here do not look quite adequate.
It's a store. It doesn't have to be defensible. Who's going to attack the spaceport?
You never know. You should always be prepared. I can see exactly 17 entry points.
Well, it's a store. You got to have lots of entry points, otherwise people won't come in. That's how stores work.
And should you not want them to enter, it will require a lot more significant force.
Why would you want that to store?
I do not attack stores. I don't know. But one must always consider these things.
Okay, sure. We'll keep that in mind.
Good. There's always room for improvement for humans.
Yeah, sure. So after a bit, the counter person comes back and they exchange some space bucks for the pudding there. It's huge container. Like, well, there we go, Tharkin. Mission accomplished.
Very well. I'll snatch up the pudding and start jogging off towards the ship. Well, or where last I saw the prince.
All right. So from there, we will smash cut to the prince. Where is the prince gliding off to? Are you heading in the direction of Tharkin? Last check? Or?
No. Why would I do that? Tharkin will find me.
Yes, you will.
I have found my way to the space station's garden / observation deck that overlooks their planet.
All right.
I am picturing this as a large area that is filled with plants and flowers and trees and all specially imported right up onto the space station. And there's this huge observational dome that looks out on Earth. Or actually it rotates so it wouldn't look out on Earth all the time. It probably is polarizes every time it passes the sun. But otherwise it looks outward as it rotates, as the station rotates. He's standing there, considering. And he's just taking in the very humanness of it. You know, the smells, all of the very many smells. So many smells.
Ooh, that smell.
So many different colors. Not everything is just red and dusty.
No. And that's just the smells. So many colors.
So many colors.
Wait a minute. We're black and white. We haven't been colorized yet.
Hey, I think we were up to. No, that hadn't come along yet. You're right. Still black and white. Hey, well, this is not an advanced era. They got color.
There you go.
This is not for scientific documentaries.
I mean, of course, everything's silver and wooden inlay. It's actually weird. I talk to the odd. Is there anyone else here with me?
Oh yeah, there's some people. You know, set up like a park. So you've got a couple people. You got some people picnicking. You know, some young couple on a walk, holding hands. You've got some kids throwing baseballs back and forth.
Are there any more Martians out here?
Let's see. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go with there's a Martian here. Let's see. Let me bring up my Martian cast here. Boom. Let's see. That's gonna be. Let's see. 111. The 7 casts of Martians. Let's see. You know, yeah, it's one of the it's a Pilthuri cast. It's one of the merchants. Kind of sitting on a park bench, throwing what you recognize to be human bread at some animals that have gathered in front of him, making obnoxious quacking noises.
Okay, I make my way towards this. Is it Pilthuri? I can't remember.
Pilthuri.
Pilthuri. All right. I approach him and he doesn't immediately say anything. I wait to be noticed.
He kind of looks up with surprise and like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there."
It's just some man I met in the bathroom.
I say,
no disrespect. Sorry.
It is your pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I am, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It is your pleasure to make my acquaintance, for I am Theonex, Prince of Mars.
Well, Your Majesty. Let's see. My name is Carthon. I am, sure you can tell, I am a merchant.
Indeed. Tell me, Parthon, have you been amongst the humans for very long?
Me? Yes, I have. I've done quite a bit of business with the Americans. Let's see, where were they at on the planet there?
Actually, there's a whole American section on.
Yeah. I was I was in what is now the American-controlled zone when the Americans took over, and I must say that they are odd, but they do have a knack for buying and selling and trading things, and they are quite fond of it.
Yes, but what are your thoughts about them? What do you think of them? I mean, humans are diverse. Some are predatory. Some
there are those.
Some are less predatory.
Well, there's that. I mean, I think it depends on which humans you bump into. I mean, Americans, by and large, generally been pretty good to me, and the war was certainly a mess there, but unfortunate that things went that way. But and the Americans have been pretty good. I've had some dealings with the British and try to avoid the Germans, the Nazis. They're bad for everyone.
It would seem, as well as there's also a Russian element who.
Yeah, they're not always big on them. They're not as big on free trade like the Americans are. They're not necessarily good for business.
Well, they do seem to. This communal existence they speak of highly. It's a strange thing. It seems to be at odds with their own natures, which is baffling. Yet
it is odd they would embrace something like that.
Yet they insist on it. I think perhaps I wish to enlist your assistance in a matter.
What'd you have in mind?
There is an individual. You make your way to Mars frequently, yes?
Oh yeah. Just you're making a little bit of checking out the new spaceport the Americans built here. Making a few contacts before heading on back to Mars.
And though I realize this may seem an awkward question for you, but I must ask. And I mean, we're far from Mars, and you may speak freely. What are your thoughts on the current emperor?
Kind of looks around like, well, I don't know, I'd go around advertising on Mars, but I can't say I'm the biggest fan. I think he's going to make a mess out of things.
Indeed. Yes. Actually, there's someone I would like you to speak with, and it would be very much in your interests.
I'm always in the mood for always looking for new opportunities.
There's a doctor there who requires material goods of all kinds.
Sounds like my kind of doctor.
His name is Ilmathar.
Ilmathar? You make a note of it there, yeah.
He operates out of the Palace District, but he's readily accessible and very well known. You should be able to find him with great ease. Tell him the prince sent you, and that you would be able to acquire all, to serve all of his supply needs for whatever purpose that he may deem supplies are necessary. You do have the means by which to acquire a great diversity of products and supplies, do you not?
Oh yeah, I've got connections all around the solar system these days.
Of course you do. How delightful. Make sure that you tell him Prince Astyanax. Tell no one else that, though. We want you trampled in the stampede of well wishes. So, it was an uncharacteristic pleasure.
I believe the pleasure's all mine, Your Majesty.
He turns around and he ends the conversation in the way that such is usually the case. He simply turns around and kind of glides away.
As you spin around and start to glide away, you see at the entrance to the park, Thargan with Tag and Binks trailing. Thargan kind of rolls into the park Thargan style, holding a canister of something.
This is bound to be entertaining. He continues. He does not vary his speed. He does not vary his cadence. He, in that same ethereal, very comfortable, slow glide that eats up a great deal of space, he continues onward, actually towards the exit into which Thargan has just walked. Okay. Thargan?
Yes, my prince. I've acquired your pudding.
Of course you have. You've done well, Thargan. You will continue to carry it for me, and we will go such that I might be able to enjoy the pudding. Is it filled with the berries of
straw? Yes.
Straws of berries. The straws of berries. Wait, that's still not right, is it? Strawberry.
They keep changing the name every time I speak to them. So.
But there are the straws of berries.
Yes, there are many berries, I'm assured.
Excellent. I will enjoy greatly. Let us return to the ship.
Yes.
Oh, and Thargan, please make note of a name. Parthon. I believe he might be useful in the coming war.
Very well.
As you wish, as you wish.
As you wish.
So I toss Thargan down the hill.
What Thargan was really saying is, I love you.
Well, absolutely appropriate.
Yeah.
So,
Thargan and Astyanax, the love story of our time.
I'm pretty sure you can't throw him down the hill, but he can throw himself down the hill for you.
yes,
That's all he has to say.
that's exactly how that would be. I wouldn't dare expend my energy. He has so much. Thargan, put yourself down that hill.
Thargan, I am annoyed with you. Roll down that hill.
Make sure you hit rocks on the way down to indicate my displeasure. Thank you. That's appropriate.
I will, sir.
So yes, we're headed back. I'm headed back to the ship.
Let's say as they're closing the ship, the captain's just getting out of the bar.
All right.
Captain.
Martian, how you doing?
I am well. You seem ebullient.
Yes,
I'd say right.
that's the word.
Well, come, Captain. We were going to return to your extraordinary ship.
Yep, she's a good ship.
Indeed, made far better so by, of course, your steady leadership.
Oh, yes.
Larkin doesn't know what to do.
So,
Have I ever told her how much I love you, man?
you have not mentioned it recently. Or ever, actually. But, yes, well, we figured eventually you would come around. So, what is in that place that you just left?
Green.
It's what us humans call hooch.
The hooch is in that place. The hooch. What is the hooch?
Like tag pops up like, well, they got the good hooch in there. You guys might like it. You guys have whiskey back on Mars?
Whiskey. The alcohol. Is that alcohol? Whiskey. Is that your the drink which you imbibe from time to time when you wish to celebrate?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It comes from the great state of Kentucky.
Ah, yes. We have something similar, though. I don't think you would like it. Ours is largely petroleum-based. I don't think you would like it very much.
Would you like me to acquire some of this Kentucky hooch whiskey?
Yes, Bargain. We should definitely partake. We should acquire a sample. Perhaps it might be useful to us.
Fargan, I'm way ahead of you. I got a bottle.
And there it is again, Bargain. Look at him. He considered our needs as well. He is worthy of us spending time in his company.
Truly become more and more like a Martian.
I know. Thinking of his subjects.
It's quite endearing.
Come, Captain, come. You have yet again graced us with your presence and your calm confidence.
All right.
I have pudding.
We will have the Captain.
Strawberry pudding and whiskey. They know how to party.
Wow.
But he's had enough where it sounds like a brilliant idea.
We should have a pudding and whiskey party.
Indeed, Captain. And it has the berries of straw in it. Wait, the berries of straw, the straw of berries.
The berry straw.
Berries. Yes, the berry straws. It has it in it.
You guys are goofy.
I'm like, Noggin, is that a compliment?
I think it's an accolade of sorts.
An accolade.
Yes, it's an accolade.
Whatever that.
It's a compliment.
Yet again, he pays respect to your position.
Yes. I have noticed normally when humans' language begins to sound like that, they need to see a doctor, one of their doctors. Perhaps we should take him by sick bay on the way.
Nothing like a strong cup of coffee and a night of sleep can't take care of.
Of course, Captain. Of course. Well, by all means, lead up, Captain. Captain, you seem to be tilting this way.
I was walking up the wrong way. Yeah.
This is interesting. I continue walking with the captain, as it were. Insofar as he's walking, staggering walking.
Right.
All right. So you guys are escorting our drunken captain back to the Solar Star. So we will smash cut to said Solar Star, where Jimmy has showed Kama to what passes for quarters on the ship.
This will be sufficient.
Oh, that's excellent. Is there And I know it doesn't look like much now, but you can decorate it however you like, and I can get you anything you need.
Do you have any plutonium?
Plutonium
Well,
for religious purposes. Really? You have plutonium?
I just want to see how badass Jimmy really is right now.
well, I'm not on me right now. What do you need it for?
It's seriously.
For an experiment, it's fine. If you can't get it, I understand.
Well, you are the science officer. Let's see what I can do about that. I mean, I can show you down to the lab. I don't know if Dr. Yuri has anything like that down there.
Oh yes, I should like to meet this Dr. Yuri.
Well, hopefully he's there. And like I said, we haven't seen him much since he came on board.
That's the sign of a good science officer, I've heard. Amongst humans.
Well, I mean, he always kind of comes through in a pinch anyway. So, I mean, I guess he's pretty good. Takes you around and come to a door, your standard, door's got a handle and a porthole on it that's covered for some reason, and it's got science lab stenciled on it. It's like, well, here we go. Jimmy opens the door, and it's a rather, well, for humans anyway, well-appointed science lab. No sign of Dr. Yuri, but
about like 3 Tesla things. Tesla.
Of course, for some reason, it's one of those V things with the lightning going with the lightning going up it. And...
Oh, how quaint!
I mean, it's the best stuff that the captain could get.
The best stuff from 1930s science fiction movies.
When you say Dr. Yuri, I always think of Philo from UHF.
Well, but I see everything. I don't have much of a staff. As I said, I mean, I can help you with anything you need. Is there anything else you need besides the plutonium?
No, not right now. Let me get acquainted with the facilities.
Right, how much plutonium do you need?
7 kilos.
Jesus.
Wow.
No hope. Nobody shoots at the ship with that.
Right?
Glow in the dark forever.
Well, that sure is a lot. I'll see what I can do.
But that's the most frightening thing right there. Jimmy's not like, no, I can't do that. He's more like, let me see what I can do.
He is
What are his contacts? Who does he talk to? Where does he get these things?
He just aims to please.
Yeah,
That's the appearance of a 12-year-old boy. I mean,
but he's a walking time warp or something. We don't know what he is. We don't know.
He's an enigma.
Enigma. So, as we are drunkenly making our way to the ship, I go, Captain.
Yeah.
So, one of the heights of Martian capability is in time, if we, deem it worthy to do so, we can occasionally connect with the thoughts of others, even across vast gulfs such as that between you and I. it is possible for us to speak to even lesser life forms. It is curious, however, I have noticed I cannot talk to Jimmy in this way. What is he?
Oh, Jimmy's what we call a purser.
A purser. Where do you create these pursers?
You don't create him. It's his job. It's his job to get stuff for the crew.
Oh, I see. And pursers are human.
Yeah, purser could be a Martian.
Oh no, purser could never. Okay, wait. We have a servant class. They could be.
Wait.
What?
Wait. He gets stuff for you, right?
Fine.
You get that pudding.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, yes. Of course. I mean,
He's a purser.
Target is genetically engineered to be quite. What's the word you would use?
Malleable.
Capable. That's the word I want. Capable. Many things.
Gullible.
Well, it's a new evolution. I know you're Martians. You don't have any, any lakes or oceans or.
Well. So of course we have oceans, and we have. I mean, we have the Great Sand. Wait, what is that? The Great Plain or something like that. Yeah.
No, water oceans, proper oceans.
Ah, yes, your water oceans. Yes.
Yeah. So it goes back to the naval traditions. Jimmy's just Jimmy.
Yes. Yes, he is. He is just the Jimmy. But you don't know where I can find another Jimmy.
Do they sell them in market?
I am attempting to.
Ben kind of looks at Thargan like,
Okay.
I'm attempting to ascertain where I might acquire a Jimmy as well, and I am still confused.
no, you don't acquire him. Jimmy's part of the crew.
I see. I understand now. He's unique. He is a unique creature.
Yes.
So, if I were to find you someone else who could perhaps perform the duties that Jimmy performs, would I be able to utilize Jimmy?
No.
I do not understand your answer. I would not be able to utilize Jimmy, or were I to find another Jimmy-like creature, I would not be able to utilize Jimmy. I'm unclear which part of this you are referring to.
Jimmy works for me. He is my purser. He is learning the ways of being a rocket ship crew member.
You're unwilling to share the Jimmy, is what you're saying.
Jimmy is a person.
Of course, yes, of course. You're a person, he's a person, all of them are people. Yes, whatever. What I'm getting at, Captain, is that...
you Martians have a lot to learn about civilization.
Yes, I'm certain there's so much your constantly warring species could tell us about civilization. Yes, indeed, of course. I shall read your vast treatise on this.
Am I making while you're on my ship?
I'll tell you sometime, Captain, but not today. We have pudding. Lots and lots of pudding with the strawberries.
You're damn right you do.
Come, let's enjoy.
All right. So, It's gonna be bad.
Another spoonful. You want another spoonful? Of course you do.
Take it. Take it now. So now. All right, so Kamala's getting settled in the science lab. Prince, Dargan, Captain Tag, and Binks have returned from their excursion. Jimmy is, well, you know,
Jimmy.
on an errand.
Jimmy is on an errand to acquire 7 kilograms of
7 kilograms of weapons-grade plutonium.
weapons grade plutonium. It's just wow.
I found some Libyans.
It's like, little do we know, Jimmy's currently in negotiations with a small country in the Arab Emirate, the Arab Emirates, who are like, okay, what have you got? He's like, he goes, well, I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Like, the hell? It's like we'll call it the Pursers Union. Like all the pursers, when they get together, time and space begin to warp and things just like fly at them. It's like, I want this. Poof, there it is.
Gonna break reality itself. Like, damn it, we shared reality again.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to like make sure pursers don't ever like clump together in more than groups of 1 or 2.
You can't have more of them. All right, so while all this is going on, Cora, what are you up to?
Well, since there's hardly anybody on the ship, she's probably in her bunk reading. She'll take a few minutes and just not think about things. Because she knows if the captain's in a bar, he's going to come back and trump the mess.
All right. So yeah, you're enjoying a quiet read there, and it's quiet for a bit. Yeah, but as predicted, the captain has come back drunk, and I'm sure his thoughts on things are echoing throughout through the ship there as drunk talk does on them and such things.
Ow! Ooh, who put that there?
Oh boy. This is not going to be fun. Funny, yes. Fun, no.
Yeah.
Well, let's get this over with. She climbs out of her bunk, puts her book away, and wanders out to find the captain.
Hey, Cora, how you doing? We're going to have a pudding and whiskey party.
Uh-huh. You and your imaginary friends, or you and...
Oh, me and the Martians.
Let's see.
We will accompany them.
I think you've had enough.
What are you, my mother?
No, I'm your pilot, Captain.
Yep, I'm the captain, and I can have whiskey.
Sir, do you remember what happened last time you had whiskey?
Stops. He remembers him being awesome. Yes, that was great.
You passed out for 2 days straight.
Passed out. I never passed.
Well, I think the question now is just whether I leave him there or do we drag him to his bunk.
Does he normally fall down on the ground randomly like that?
Only when he's had too much whiskey.
Ah.
Did he just go crazy and pass out?
Well, to be fair, he was supposed to pass out a long time earlier.
Sargon will pick him up and like toss him over his shoulder. Where does the captain need to be deposited?
I'd be careful tossing him around a bit there, Sargon. He might throw up. All right. She directs him to where his bunk is.
The prince will be disappointed that he cannot share pudding with him, but
Just make sure you lay him on his side so in case he does throw up, he doesn't choke on it. On second thought.
Your human physiology is very odd.
Just make sure he's on his side so if he throws up, he's fine.
Very well. Start walking towards his bunk.
Well, I hope we didn't have to be anywhere because it's going to be a while.
Good job, Clive.
Even though he passed out and stuff, he's still clutching his whiskey.
Man's got priorities. I can respect that.
Dargum puts in his room. He tries to take the whiskey.
Must be very important to him.
So yeah, it doesn't take much for Sargon to get the captain wrestled in there.
Anybody get a Sharpie?
Tag is like, yeah, what do you have in mind, Cora?
Well, the captain's passed out in his bunk. Now's your chance.
Oh, really?
Is this another earthen ritual?
So Tag and Rick are just like kind of look at each other with this kind of like, oh yeah, Thargan, it is. It's
I wish I learned all this.
It's a sign of honor and respect if you use this sacred implement known as a Sharpie to draw a mustache on the first person who passes out at a party, even if he's the captain.
Well, I do respect the captain as an honorary Martian. Then yes, we're obligated by this.
Of course.
I will draw a traditional Martian facial hair.
That's perfect, Sergeant.
There, he has been honored.
Oh, Cora quietly slips Tag and takes $5 a piece.
They kind of high five each other. It's like,
Oh. I will return back to the prince. Prince, I have honored the captain.
Have you thought? How?
Yeah.
Tell me, what did you do?
Traditional earthen way. Apparently, when an earthen person goes to sleep early, you must draw facial hair on them.
Oh, wonderful. You should do this each time he sleeps from now on.
That would be a great honor. Repeated honor. Very wise.
Yes.
I will keep the Sharpie.
Continue to make it so. We will require more of these Sharpies in different colors. Jimmy, I look around.
appears. Yes, what can I do for you?
We require the Sharpie in a multitude of colors to continue to honor the captain.
Sharpie's coming right up.
I do not know what he is. I still don't know. It bothers me. And yet, I'm awed. That is an extraordinary creature, this Jimmy. I must.
Yes.
He seems to be everywhere.
I must get one for myself. He does not obey the rules of physics. They've not noticed.
You should have seen how he fought on the boarding party when we protected Santa.
And he's a warrior?
He was quite remarkable.
He's a remarkable creature, and they say they don't make them anymore.
Gentlemen, we have a new person on board by the name of Kama. He's down in the lab. I don't know if Dr. Yuri's down there or not, but
Let's go find this lab.
if you would like to introduce yourselves, feel free.
Of course.
That doesn't sound like an earthen name I'm familiar with.
No, he's not.
Sounds European.
It is. He is.
We have a European on board?
We do.
Did you confiscate the disintegrator gun?
I'm sorry?
Disintegrator gun.
I look at her, I'm like, of course, everyone knows when you encounter Europans, you try your very best to remove that disintegrator ray. Those things are lethal.
Whatever.
This could be a safety hazard.
Well, a European with a disintegrator ray, which, I mean, to be fair, every time you encounter a European, you encounter a disintegrator.
Very true.
Let's go see this European, Thargan. Allow the captain to sleep. And I hand the Thargan, give the Sharpie back to Tag and Binks, for I believe they should continue to honor the captain with their own traditionally human markings of the facial, yeah, of course, right. So, or any other markings which I imagine they would deem suitably suitable for one of his stature, of course.
Yes. I hand it back. We will require more of our own, so I can continue this up every time the captain sleeps.
Well, I'll make sure Jimmy gets those to you.
Poor captain's going to wash it off, and every time he wakes up the next morning, again!
No, the best part would be, how is he getting in my room? I locked the door.
Alright, so as our Martians make our way down to the lab, we will smash cut down to the lab. Kama, you are there. When suddenly you hear Jimmy behind you.
That's Jimmy.
Hey, Kama. When you turn around, Jimmy is holding a chest about like this. Looks rather stout.
Is that chest made out of lead?
I believe so. Yes. It's how we
If you
shield
could
the-
set it over there on the other.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have. Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, what frightens me is how strong he is too.
How quickly he acquired a chest full of
I
plutonium.
know, right? How quickly he acquired 7 kilos of plutonium is the same density as lead. And wait, I think it's more dense actually. Actually, I need to look that up. We have to Google.
It's kilos. So 7 kilos might only be the size of a cup.
That's true. Yeah, it's like a teeny little amount.
A little bit there.
Well, good
Yeah,
job,
he-
Jimmy.
Well, glad I could help. Like, is there anything else you need?
Okay, see now, I just entered this into a search engine and I just realized I shouldn't have.
There's going to be a knock on your door in a few minutes.
I know, right?
About an hour.
It's gonna be like, wait, why? What?
The ability of you to actually get 7 kilos of plutonium is pretty remote. So I'm thinking they're not going to be too startled.
But, I mean,
There's some guy in Delaware getting plutonium.
You know,
Guys,
I
have you seen
haven't
Mike? He hasn't shown up since Friday.
It's not like I've tried. I mean, who knows what could happen? I could try.
No, it's just now you're on the buzzword search, so every time you
Buzz, 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 buzz.
And as Jimmy sets up your thing, our pair of Martians, you guys arrive at the door to the lab, which is closed. Oh, yeah, one thing I should point out for your character, Bob, since he also has psychic training and psychic abilities, much like what Mike said about his character not being able to sense Jimmy. Yeah, you don't you hear the noise from all the various human minds around you, but Jimmy, for some reason, just doesn't really register like that. So that's just something you would notice. Yeah, Martians, you've arrived at the door to the lab.
should I go in first, Captain? Or, sorry, not Captain, Prince.
Of course. Lead on, Targan.
Jimmy, come back later.
Absolutely.
I need to perform an examination.
I have this chair. I want you to sit in it.
Well, I feel fine, but
You did
okay,
just handle 7 kilograms of plutonium. It's not good for the normal human body.
I was properly shielded, though.
Maybe.
I worked well.
I was properly shielded. Blink, blink.
Well, you can't be too careful.
Exactly.
Just let me know when you need me.
Sure.
Throw open the lab door.
I go striding in, as is my right.
The door opens dramatically, distracting you from Jimmy.
Look here. We're the only aliens in ships. See? See here?
It's like-
You wipe your feet.
We've increased the budget. We have another alien. We have a space station and a new set. I mean, clearly we've got a sponsor now. That Ovaltine sponsorship for Christmas really. That sponsorship money's coming in now. See.
It got a syndication, and so they.
The Christmas special, the ratings were through the roof.
Yeah.
Right.
The Christmas special was the most attended weekly serial.
Yeah.
Right. We got picked up by Chevrolet now too. So we're hawking cars.
wow.
They even played it at the Music City.
All of a sudden, the ship, the Solar Star, has a Chevy emblem at various spots.
Wait, didn't Ford have? Was it Ford that had the Galaxy? Maybe it's Ford.
No, in this reality, the Edsel is a thing.
Edsel was a thing anyway.
Well, it's a bigger thing.
It's a rocket sled.
But Edsel didn't come until the 60s.
Bob, I need you to hush now. Edsel is a thing, and it's now.
Don't confuse us with your historical facts.
Yes,
I almost feel like that could be like the Edsel's tagline. Edsel's a thing, and it's now.
Have you not noticed the trigger open? I mean, come on.
It's like you're selling me an Edsel.
So, yes, I enter into the lab.
Do not knock anything over, thank you. And you, warrior, stay outside.
Oh. I will not. I will stand beside of my prince.
Okay, then stand beside the door.
I went,
I can't have you meddling in my scientific endeavors.
he is a European. You know how they are.
Superior.
I tell Thargan, wait outside the door, Thargan. It will make you happier. I turn back around. Ah, yes, European. So, Kama, What do you think of this ship?
It's primitive.
Yes, quite. But it is most effective. Though, I don't know, susceptible to a great many weapons. However, their crew is most capable.
That's good.
I've come to welcome you.
Well, thank you. And you are?
I am Prince Astyanax
Ah, Prince Astyanax.
of Mars.
I heard that you were expelled.
Yes, well, I wouldn't so much say that, but some might. I had a difference of opinion. I was, of course, right.
I think this could be a friendship that could lead to great things for you.
Naturally. It is the necessary station within which the Europeans operate that they must and necessarily do feel superior to all others. You do, after all, have disintegrator rays. Do you mass produce those?
Indeed. What?
Do you mass produce those?
We mass produce everything.
Really?
I mean, honestly, never mind. I can't tell you these secrets.
It's okay. It is unnecessary. However, perhaps we will have the opportunity to.
Disintegrator rays are so last century.
What exactly would replace disintegration in terms of sheer staggering levels of destruction?
Singularities.
I had to ask. I had to ask. Never mind. I asked the question. I got an answer. And it is an awesome answer. Can you mass produce those?
Not yet, but I'm so close. There was an incident. I'm telling you too much. I must be excited because of the plans that I've got.
Well, I mean, after all, this is perhaps we can be of use to one another. Though many do not always remember or seem to be aware, at one point, Mars strode the galaxy just as well you do. And we had within our purview certain capabilities, some of which we still have, some of which humans don't. Perhaps we can help one another. You wish to create your singularity weapons.
Oh, not weapons. That's so short-sighted.
Your singularity energy sources?
But just imagine, if you will, you're in two places at once, and then you're the other place.
Your singularity transportation devices.
Amongst other things.
So say, for instance, you wanted to create these things. Perhaps we can be of assistance to one another. Jimmy was here.
It's plutonium.
I can't help but notice that language that's on there. That is not English. I know I speak English.
On which? On the box?
Yes, on the box. That is not English.
No, it's Russian.
Yeah, it is Russian. Where did Jimmy get Russian? Russians do not like Americans. Jimmy's American.
Just between us. Can you shut the door for a moment?
Hagen, shut the door.
Would be outside or inside the room?
Outside?
You certain of this, Prince?
Yes.
Very well.
It'll come if I was going to start disintegrating people that have happened already.
It's true. I would have been a pile of smoking. A pile of smoking dust.
Just see nothing of the prince. Just be like, oh, what's this pile of dust? Oh, well, shit.
I have failed.
I think
I
Jimmy's
had one job and I failed.
I will shut the door, but I will have my hand on the handle, like
I
ready
think
to
this
charge
Jimmy
in.
may be a construct.
Yes, I have thought this as well. Self-aware, capable of transdimensional movement, or at least basic level teleportation. Highly capable. Programmed to please. He's always happy if you notice this.
No, not
You
yet.
haven't noticed. He's always most comfortable.
I just
He's
got
happy
it.
so far.
Ask him to prepare a food for you, and then ask him to prepare the exact same food the next day. It will be an exact replica of the food that he prepared for you the day before. Time, perhaps? Time manipulation, perhaps?
I don't believe so.
What I'm much more concerned about is why is that person here?
Well, I can tell you that we have constructs that we have placed on all of the planets.
Oh, God. That is concerning and intriguing, but mostly concerning. Okay, actually, I'm going to go mostly with intriguing right now. Concerning is still there, but not in as great a quantity. For now, the Jimmy, it is most useful. I can't help but notice that is quite the quantity of plutonium.
Oh, while I was on Earth, I stole these things from a bunch of Nazis. It's plans that they are part of the plans for the transrelativity drive.
Okay, now the prince is very interested.
So, well, so a bit of context. You would recognize that as Albert Einstein in December of 1937 unveiled what he called his transrelativistic engine. He built it into a rocket that I think he called the Eagle, and then fired it up and left the solar system. He hasn't been heard from, so you don't know if it actually worked, but.
Oh, well, wait, let me see. Based on what we understand about relativity, time does not exist for light. If you're going faster than light, then time cannot exist for you. Therefore, the entirety of the entire span of time in which the universe operates would
There's only one way that's worked. Singularities.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with your research. Additionally, will you require other scientists to assist you?
I'm afraid they'll just get in my way.
Perhaps.
I'm somewhat concerned about the ship's scientist coming in.
I
figure, though, if I open up that plutonium over there, that'll keep him out.
He's over there.
I turn.
There's a door.
Oh.
Whenever you require something, he's a bit, what's the word?
Well, not all human scientists are crazy, as evidenced by this Einstein fellow.
It's true, indeed. Although this
That's why we've been watching the humans. That, when you're young, is very fun to go there and capture some of their cattle and mutilate them and leave them in a field.
Wow.
Then you probe them a few times and put them back down and run off.
The humans, not the cattle.
No. You probe the humans. Well, you could probe the cattle, but
Depends on how much you've had to drink that night, I guess. It's probing everything.
All right, time for my probe.
Time for my anal probe.
Right. Now, they have whole libraries filled with people who are still talking about the probes. You've done well.
well, you don't want to know what we did to your people.
I do know. I do know. Anyway, I don't know what I can do to assist you. The ship's scientist / engineer is he can usually make most things. It's really experience if you simply ask him, but it's best not to go in there. Just tell him what you require. He usually will be able to make it. It's helpful if you speak Russian, but if you don't, it seems he understands whatever language you're speaking. And he certainly understands English, which I speak. I think he understands Martian. He had forgotten one day and spoke to him in Martian. In any case, I will take my leave now. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Good luck with you.
Mama. I turn around.
Oh, and if you could keep some of that stuff just between us.
The Jimmy question. Yes.
Well, and the whole Nazis thing. I mean,
No, of course.
they may be upset that that's why I'm come aboard. That in the presence of scientific equipment.
Everyone has a reason for being here, Kama. Everyone. We're no different. We can help each other. I mean, for instance, I'm helping the captain, though he does not realize it.
Whiskey.
Pudding. Whiskey and pudding. All right. I turn around.
Pool of pink sludge.
You.
I was in the bank.
Our conversations are private, comma. I turn around and Thalgan, you may open the door now.
The door opens immediately.
We shall go.
Glares at Karma.
Wait a minute. Your axe.
Yes.
Might I see it?
No.
That's an appropriate response.
Actually, I don't know. What are the axe? What's the axe even made out of? I have no idea what the. Is it just an axe, or is it?
Well, it's a hammock. Let's see. Let me get the description of it there.
At this point, the prince is kind of just letting this play out. He's curious. Thalgan responded appropriately. European is responding differently. Intriguing.
Rule book is being.
I don't know what we should write out of.
Yeah, well, the search feature on this is being annoying.
It's probably some Martian metal alloy.
Let's do it like this.
It's made of plutonium. Who knew?
Weird, right?
Unobtainium.
It's made of plutonium.
Let's see. Workers. Let's see.
Blew him right off the internet. Let's see.
It was made out of plutonium.
Exposed to the spice melange.
I know.
On one planet. Also known as Dune. You know, all of that had to have been delivered by Irulan. You know that, right?
Yeah.
She's only can say it properly. Dune, in that, you know, peculiarly British sort of way.
Yeah. Even though she's an American actress.
I know, right?
Apparently, screen shares crashed the internet for you.
Mm,
Is he back? Or is
He's
he not
back?
back?
he's
Might
back.
trying to hook up his headphones.
Yeah, I was gonna deal with it like this for right now. I don't know what's going on. My Wi-Fi connection is being cranky for some reason. All right, so yeah, I was looking up Hamax there. Let's see. Let's see.
Ham.
Let's see. The Hamax is a large and gangly weapon that requires a great deal of training to use in combat. Most constructed of a stout wooden shaft, a meter or more in length. Though some centuries old Hamaxes are made of metal. At one end of the shaft are two heads. One a beaked axe that easily breaks through armor. The other a curved hammer that smashes through mail and bone with great savagery. So basically, you got a big wooden handle with a nasty-looking blade and a hammer on one end.
Oh, a hammer axe.
Yes.
Ah. Never mind.
So
That's actually too crude for me to do anything to.
oh,
It indicates. I can show how.
holy crap.
I
What
didn't say
it
it wasn't effective. I said it was crude.
I love that. Didn't say it wasn't effective. I said it was crude.
Easy, Lossie doesn't know how to. He just stands there and glaring at you.
Oh, that's interesting. That's Virginia Madsen. I didn't realize that was Irulan. Huh. Back when everybody was young.
It's time to leave, Prince.
Oh, yes. I turn around and I glide out of the room. I was standing there thinking my own thoughts and then realized you were talking to me. And then just left. Just walk.
Then all of a sudden you hear a big bellow through the ship. Jimmy!
Find me something to get.
Perhaps the captain will appreciate the artwork that you have so carefully provided.
Give me something to get this off my face. And if I find out who's going to get it,
All right, Captain, I'll get that for you.
He sounds
Did not feel very honored.
He doesn't sound honored at all.
Perhaps some denatured alcohol.
Alcohol causes him not to realize how well he's honored.
Exactly.
We will try again when he has not consumed so much alcohol.
Yes.
Then he'll understand the honor.
Once he goes to rest again, honor him once more. But maybe in bed. Honor
Honor him repeatedly until he accepts the honor that has been bestowed upon him.
Honor him in red. Yes, that will be better. Perhaps he did not like being honored in black.
That makes sense. The captain is a warrior. The color of blood would probably
precisely, and he is a creature requiring, not merely mundane honorifics. Perhaps something with, I have found this. Use this when you honor him, and this. I hand him, I hand him a little bit of glue and some glitter.
And with the Sharpies.
Yes, he must shine, as is befitting his station.
Very well. I will watch him for when he rests.
get my face washed up. I go up to the bridge, Cora, give me that microphone.
You don't have to yell. And you know perfectly well where the microphone is. Why are you being so bossy?
Because he is so hungover.
Just
And whiskey.
attention, all hands. This is the captain. If I find that SOB who drew on my face, you will be spaced.
Or sitting there biting her lip, trying not to laugh.
You cut the tag and Banks are like, oh.
Well, he is answering it appropriately.
Bloodshed. Yes.
Yeah.
Truly a warrior. Yes. Yes.
Maybe he is understanding the honor.
You will honor him. Yes. Perhaps use real blood, though, instead. We must find a donor. Or someone who has been slain in ritual combat. That would be even better.
I need to coffee, Cora.
So go down to the alley and get it.
We will draw on his face with blood and then glitter. Blood is sticky anyway. You won't need the glue.
Blood is thicker than glitter.
Get down there, get some coffee. Tags, Binks, you know anything about this?
No, Captain. Don't do anything about it. We wouldn't do something like that at all.
Are you on the bridge right now?
I'm in the galley getting coffee.
All right.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't know. We didn't really. I mean, no, we didn't do anything like that. I don't know how that could have happened.
You didn't see anybody.
We saw people. You were on the ship. I didn't know like we were watching you sleep or something like that.
Because that would be creepy.
We gotta go calibrate the engine coupling. So we'll see you later, Captain.
Takes a drink of coffee. Wait a minute, they're not engineers.
All right. I go. I'm walking into the galley. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Well, there's a hungover captain, and it's assuming it's kind of the next day here, as the captain has slept off his drinking and is now hungover.
And screaming into the ship's comms.
And after he drinks his coffee, he's putting
Captain.
What?
Nothing. We were just remarking on your bloodthirstiness this morning. It is most becoming.
I catch that SOB.
Oh, kids, it's free.
Wait.
You are displeased about the honor that's been bestowed upon you?
Wait. What? What do you mean honor?
The honor? What do you mean?
Someone drew on my face last night.
What did they draw?
I don't know. It looked weird. I think they're trying to draw facial hair. It doesn't matter. You don't draw on the captain's face.
That is a good honor.
I mean, given how inordinately baby smooth normally it is, it looks like the bottom of
It is an earth I thought you would have realized the earthen tradition that when someone sleeps, that you roll,
Tradition.
it's called a mustache on the face.
You did this.
Of course I did. I wish to honor you.
That is not honoring. That's an insult.
I told you we should have did
No.
it in fresh blood.
Tags and Beans assured me that this was the greatest of honor. Mark Manduri cannot lie.
Hear him yell, tags and
I just read that and realized, oh, yeah. If he ever says it,
and then they go off. When you go out, there's a shot outside the ship, and you hear tags and pinks being.
Yes, when you do it, Stargan, do it in fresh blood. That will make it better.
No,
yes,
no,
better honor.
no. It is not an honor.
Stop. You're not smearing blood on my face. I don't know why I have to say this out loud, but
We were gonna coat it in gold glitter.
Yes,
It would have been spectacular.
blood.
I mean, I would imbibe with this. I would take on this honor myself, except I am glorious as I am.
You are going back to Mars.
He's very dramatic. He seems cranky.
Where are those two? I bellowed their name more than a minute ago. They should be here by now.
Well,
Well,
they are not Jimmy.
they cannot breathe in vacuum either. Perhaps they're running to avoid, explosive action.
Jimmy appears. Yes, Captain.
Find tags and binks.
Okay. You want me to deliver a message to them, or what do you mean? Just do you even know where they are? Or?
Oh, you bring them to me.
The Jimmy is almost unfair. I mean, as a weapon, I'm talking to Thargan, as a weapon, the Jimmy is almost unfair. I mean,
Yes.
Tag and Binks are now effectively doomed. It's unfortunate.
What he accomplished on the Santa sleigh was phenomenal. It rivaled some of my own training.
I was preoccupied that day. Perhaps you will sit down and you will explain to me the intricacies of this battle.
Yes. It was glorious. I was able to kill and wound many.
That is wonderful, Thargan.
And save a earthen deity. It was a good day.
You saved an earthen deity who relieved you of your punishment, as I recall.
Yes, it was a reward I did not wish to offend.
I give him a level stare. You do not wish to offend the earthen deity after you've been given a command by myself.
I'm only trying to follow your example by showing some honor to the great powers of these earthen people, like the captain, their deities of sorts.
Yep.
We lost Bud. Had you been there and you countermanded that order, then yes, I would have obviously followed your order. But in the moment, I felt it appropriate for relationships between the species.
Oh, Thargan, I think you need another one of those flowers of shame.
No, I'm actually impressed. I have never seen a Manduri demonstrate both ingenuity and, admittedly, fairly tortured logic, but ingenuity and more than a small amount of slightly conniving behavior in order to get what he wants. Impressive.
Like I said, I've learned from watching you.
Of course you have. Of course you have. Very well, Thargan. No shame flowers. Until you screw up again, then there will be a shame bouquet. You will wear it about your body. You look like a walking float at one of their things, their parades. Yes.
Almost envision like a homecoming mom or something.
Something large and obnoxious. Yes.
Tournament of Roses parade starring Thargan.
As the whole parade.
I will be the float.
Well done.
Here is your corsage of shame, Dargan.
Acquitted yourself well in the presence of others who should come to know and fear the Martian people. Very good. Very good.
We taught them respect. Great respect that day.
At which point I order something. What was it? It wasn't pudding. It was the cream of ice. Yes. The cream that is ice. Yes. But not the chocolate. We will have the berries of straw of the cream of the ice.
There is supposedly another flavor entitled the Road of Rocks. Supposedly sounds like a warrior's dessert, warrior's food.
You should partake of that, Thargan.
I will.
You should have the Road of Rocks. The Road of Rocks. Is it rocks that enemies have been dragged down or tossed upon or?
I don't know. It sounds very torturous. Very tough.
Yes.
I'm sure they place valuable rocks within this cream of ice.
You will partake of it and then tell me your impressions of this.
And all of its chocolatey goodness.
Right.
I don't realize that it's full of chocolate. The Road of Rocks.
Full of chocolate and squishy marshmallows. Not tough at all.
We don't eat the chocolate. We never eat the chocolate. But I don't know it because it doesn't have chocolate in the name.
So why don't you eat chocolate?
I'm thinking it's probably a hallucinogenic for Martians. That's what
he should definitely eat some Rocky Road.
What do you think, Bryce?
I'm fine with this.
Well, I will have to eat it because the captain or the prince told me to eat some.
And it might be mildly addictive as well, insofar as seems to have that effect on humans.
I like to keep a gallon of it between my cheek and gum. Just
chocolate ice cream is the marshmallow equivalent to peyote.
This could be
Go
entertaining.
get the sweat lodge.
So yeah, I am currently eating, and I finished mine, and I wander off, leaving Thargan to carry out his orders of coming to an understanding of the Road of Rocks, the cream of ice of the Road of Rocks, or the Road of Rocks. These names are complicated.
You would think they would name it something
Simple
like Rocky Road, but
yeah, you think.
wow.
Meanwhile, what's up?
Just wait until they encounter Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, good God.
I want your chunky monkey.
You're going to kill Mike. Will, watch out.
What do Venusians have to do with this?
The problem is when the Martian says it, they're being literal. I wish the monkey that is chunky to be here.
I bring it back to the counter. There is no monkey in this.
I am unhappy. And there's no blood, no monkey, nothing. I am unhappy.
I was promised chunks of
monkey. I was promised chunks of monkey. Why are there no chunks of monkey? Oh.
Meanwhile, while ice cream debate is going on, Jimmy, here Jimmy appears like, hey, Captain, I found him.
No, the best part, they're standing there, wide-eyed and bewildered. They aren't exactly sure
Yes,
how they want to
Jimmy's got Tag's arm in one hand and Pink's arm in the other hand, and they're looking confused. It's like, you wanted to see us, Captain?
Yes. Morgan, what did you just say about what Tags and Big said?
They explained me the honor ritual for those that sleep.
You told him, Thargan? I thought you were cool.
The captain asked.
No one will ever make that mistake again.
Why do you think I left Thargan outside when we were talking? So he cannot lie. He's not allowed to.
I don't see how my temperature has any relevance to this.
Thargan. We were just playing around there, Captain. That's all.
Oh, playing around, having fun.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, nothing by it.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Oh.
Well, kinda, yeah.
You're on septic duty.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yuck.
I think even Thargan grimaces at that.
Oh, come on, Captain. Don't be like that.
And I think you might start with the Martian's room.
You don't want to clean the septic tank in the Martian's room.
One of those giant, thick Thargan turds hanging out.
Thargan's like, wait, if they do it, I don't have to. Because
Right. We recycle.
We need them to eat less fiber. God damn it.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
And it's blue. What?
not even right. So Tag and Binks kind of slump, and then Jimmy turns loose of them, and they slump off.
Okay. I'm going to say this once to you, Thargan. It is not an honor to put things on people's faces when they sleep. It is a disgrace. I'm going to give you this one time because you were misled.
Okay, so for Earthlings to decorate yourself in honor, you must be awake.
No. In any circumstances, in any state of consciousness, it is an insult.
So to decorate yourself with honorific symbols is insulting to Earthlings.
It's not an honor at all. It is an insult.
Maybe I'm not understanding the English language. Is insult bad for Earthlings?
Don't do it again. No matter if I'm sleeping or if I'm awake, with anything.
Do not honor you at any time. Okay.
You know how he is when he gets aggravated with me.
I'm so sorry, John. He has a very like he's trying to make sure he knows this is important.
I'm trying to channel Tom Hanks from A League of Their Own when he was talking.
Don't cry in baseball.
You cost us to run. Gotta work on that for next year.
Oh, God.
I think I understand, Captain. It is a strange request, but I will honor it by not honoring you.
More aliens in my ship. Never again. Oh, wait. Is there a Venusian on the ship now?
No.
I mean, are European?
European, yes. The very dangerous European.
Excuse me. I'm going to go eject that whiskey into space.
Wish.
Cora feels really good right now. That'll teach him not to drink again.
And then they hire people who walk up to him in a bar. Yeah, sure. You're in a rope. You're roping. Come on board. This is gonna be good.
Bring up the hatch.
It's not.
No.
All right. Well. All right. So, is anyone on the bridge right now?
I am. Because I don't want to be anywhere near that, because I'll start laughing.
Yeah, there would always be somebody on the bridge. There would have to be.
Well, yeah, just see if any of the player characters were up on the bridge, or if it's just there's always someone up there, but I can see if there's anyone up there if I need to relay it down from the bridge to somewhere else there.
Okay, cool.
So, Cora, lucky you, winner is you. You're up on the bridge. Intercom chimes.
Bridge.
And let's see, where's my list of NPCs? Yeah, it's Cookie, also known as Jeff. It's like, hey, it's Cookie.
He's finally giving up.
What's going on, Cookie?
This is the ship of eternal shame.
Should rename her Eternal Shame.
Well, if it were anyone else, I probably wouldn't be too worried. But given his history, I figure I should probably mention that Romani is late for his shift down here, and I can't seem to get him on the intercom.
Oh, crap. Do you know where he last was?
Well, he said he was going onto the spaceport for
Jesus.
grab a bite to eat. You know, maybe blow off some steam. You know how he is when we get into port.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. All right, let's see what we can do. You didn't say where he was going on the space station, or you just bed to eat?
He didn't tell me anything really. Where he was specific. I don't know. It's the first time here on Spaceport America, so.
Cora's cursing quietly under her breath. It's not one thing; it's the other. It's the damn captain being drunk. Now Romani's missing. Wow.
Romani's always
Let's
missing.
just leave him here.
That's funny. We can leave him.
All right, we'll see what we can do. Do you know how long he's been gone?
Well, I think he left him around dinner time last night.
Wonderful.
That's the last I saw him. I assumed he got back late.
All right. All right, let's get a party together and see if we can go find his stupid ass. Thanks, Cookie.
No problem.
Stupid men. All right. So Cora goes to find Tag and Binks, actually.
Well, you find them. You find them in not the best part of the ship. They're at the septic system access point port, having a bit of an argument over who's going to actually go inside to start triggering the release valves.
Hey, you two.
Yes, Cora.
Whatever you're doing, stop doing it and come with me.
They kind of smiles like, "You got it."
Whatever you're doing, stop doing it. Come with me.
They immediately follow the lockstep behind wherever you're going.
Grab your guns.
Oh. Uh-oh. Could be dangerous, huh?
Well, Romney's missing again. Apparently he went onto the spaceport for something to eat last night and didn't come back.
How do you find trouble on Spaceport America?
Well, this is Romney we're talking about.
Only him.
Or,
Well, we'll stop by our quarters.
all right. Let me go grab mine. I'll meet you at the...
Rachel.
I'll come get you.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll be ready when you are.
So Cora grabs her ray pistol and calms the captain as she's walking down the ramp. Captain, we're going to find Romney. We'll be back later.
Yeah. Too bad. I'm speaking English, and I know those Martians understand English. What the hell's wrong with them?
We're gonna give a nervous breakdown.
This is what it feels like to go crazy.
Exactly.
All right. So,
Is it one of those things like Jimmy, when anyone mentions anything that could involve battle, that like Targan just comes out of the room?
Yes, we said guns.
there's violence?
Technically, I know it's not possible that I'd be able to hear it, but I'm gonna. I feel a call somewhere.
It's like, I hear there's going to be violence somewhere. All right, so Cora, you, Tag, and Binks head down the ramp. Question is, where is your first stop looking for Romney?
I'm assuming there's a security detail on the space station.
Oh yeah. It's Spaceport America.
Harmony's got a permanent display in every police officer. Have you seen this man?
No, they have like pictures printed up in stacks. They take with them. Go looking for him.
We do this often.
And for some reason it's all his actors' headshots. Kind of looking off in the distance like this.
About time it's like, hey, it's time we go to Space Kinko's and get more copies of these pictures.
So we'll put out the flyers again.
Tell me, guys, me playing saxophone, me holding saxophone.
All right, so yeah, you find your way to there's a security checkpoint there at the docks.
I don't think those have been invented yet.
Paul Blart, spaceport cop.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
And Cora asked to speak with whomever's in charge.
All right, so that a handsome young man in a lieutenant uniform rolls up. It's like, what seems to be the problem, ma'am?
One of my crew members has gotten himself lost on the space station. She slaps the picture down on the counter. I was wondering if you had any reports, seen this guy.
Well, let me check the logs here real quick.
Yeah, he's here. He's missing.
Okay, kind of looking through it and whatnot there. It's like, well, yeah, it's. So yeah, he looks through his reports there and whatnot. Like,
Sort of known assailants, known missing people.
known missing people and whatnot.
Wander off.
Kind of like, well, we did have reports of a brawl on one of the bars on the lower ring. We don't have him in custody, but someone matching this description is said to be seen fleeing the scene before the security forces got there. So, kind of wanted to talk to him, see if he could tell us what instigated the whole thing. Let's see. Looks like he wasn't alone either. Unidentified woman was seen running with him.
I'm not surprised. All right. This was last night.
Yep. Let's say the Serpent's time stamp is 2,300 hours.
Explain time coding.
Just because I don't know what it means doesn't mean I'm lying. All right. Can I leave this with you? I've got several more. So.
Yeah, we do too.
Well, absolutely. I can convert your head to have them the other checkpoints have a look, keep an eye out for them since he didn't make it home last night.
All right. If you do find him, I'm on the Solar Star.
Well, will do. Get your name so I know who to contact there.
You can contact Captain Comet.
Captain Comet, got it.
Or if he's not available, ask for Jimmy.
Jimmy, got it.
Thank you kindly. And that was on the lower ring, you said?
Yeah, down on the lower ring there.
And what's the name of the place?
Let's see. It is the Rocket Drive.
Thank you kindly.
Anytime, ma'am. It's what we do.
Well, guys, I guess we're going down the lower ring.
Well, anything's better than what we were up to, so lead on.
So what exactly were you doing?
Thargan ran us out to the captain. And Captain was all sorts of upset about that. He put us on septic tank duty. Made us start with the Martians tanks, the Martian tanks.
Remind me to slip you two an extra 10 when we get done with this.
I really appreciate it. Although if you could tell Tag that he lost rock, paper, scissors, fair, and square, and therefore it's his turn to pull the actuator valve.
We'll settle that when we get back.
I don't accept that paper covers rock.
It's like, it's a rock. How does paper defeat a rock? I take the rock and throw it at the paper breaks. I'm just saying. It's like, it's the way this is.
Oh, for God's sake, shut up.
All right, so as you guys down to the rocket drive of the lower ring, Kama, what are you up to this morning?
To get Romney a fucking microchip.
The Martians are tripping to Life Fantastic on their hallucinogenic chocolate trip. The captain is questioning his sanity.
Well, we're like
Not in Kama world. Bob?
Bob.
I zoned a bunch. Reiterate, sorry.
I was just wondering. I'm just checking in to see what Kama is up to while the Martians trip on their chocolate, and the captain questions the sandy, and Cora leads a search mission.
I'm refining the uranium or plutonium. Sorry.
All right.
Well, it was already weapons grade. What are you doing to that plutonium?
Improving it.
Okay. Wow. Huh.
Let's see how that's going. We haven't rolled dice at all, so let's roll dice at least once tonight.
Okay. Science.
Yeah, you're gonna roll. It's gonna be ingenuity plus technology. I think you're gonna both with that man of science.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Let's see.
If I can ever find my way to it.
Major good trade. All right, so yeah, you get +2 to science. So yeah, it's gonna be ingenuity and science. You can spend a story point to substitute science for any other skill in a roll. Neat. So yeah, it's gonna be ingenuity plus science, plus your man of science.
Which is 2, right?
Yeah, you get +2 for that.
And plus 2d6.
Yes.
20.
Well, it goes really, really well, as a matter of fact. There's no leakage. There's no waste.
No
you were
waste.
able to refine that to an even better, whatever better version exists in your rope and mechanics. Yeah, it is refined.
Okay. So I am attempting to basically build a singularity generator. I haven't built one without my tools back home, so.
All right, so it's going to take a bit of time, especially given them what you're working with there. All right, so more or less.
I do feel like I should probably do something for the ship first, though. Maybe I should optimize their light or their drives. The rockets, sorry.
Could do that. Go down and visit engineering.
Sure, I'll go down and visit engineering.
All right. So you're on your way to engineering.
Yep.
Where are you at, Ken? Where are you at questioning your reality and whatnot there?
Many places. I'm just running around the ship muttering.
You know what? Just for the heck of it, let's have you cross paths with Kama. you guys some screen time to bond.
Captain. Comma.
Yes. How do you find the ship?
I think I can help you with some improvements.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking I could optimize your main engines.
We could stand for that.
If you could show me where that is, I would be happy to take a look.
Oh, our engines are down here
Okay.
in the back.
Pratt and Whitney.
They make all the best spaceship stuff.
Yeah. I figured it was that or General Electric. So I think I can use Gadgeteer
Oh yeah.
to optimize technology.
Yeah? Oh yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
See, I think you can also stack your technically adept with that as well, since you are most definitely repairing or use a complex high technology device. So yeah, it's going to be give me ingenuity, technology, gadgeteer, and technically adept.
Ingenuity, technology. What do I get for bonuses from the Gadgeteer and technically adept? Sorry.
Let's see. Actually, let's see. Technically adept would get +2 for.
Okay.
I'm looking at Gadgeteer. It's a little different.
Or does Gadgeteer just give me the ability to do it?
Yeah, Gadgeteer gives you the ability to do it.
Okay. Let's see what I can roll here. 17.
Yeesh. Boy, howdy.
Nice.
You done it.
Secret messages.
Ding. Ding. So if there's a slight enhancement here, we can optimize the fuel to thrust ratio and preserve some fuel and give you additional thrust.
I could use some thrust.
Couldn't we all?
He said, yeah. You have to say it.
Has to be done. Yeah. Cookie just stand. Not Cookie. What's the engineer's name again? What's his name? Eddie. Eddie just stands there, kind of dumbfounded. He's like,
Yes. You may secure that. Yeah, it's on the second shelf.
Wait a minute. Perhaps I could speak with him. No, I'm not going to step on his feet.
Nice. So yeah, I'll look at them. Look up some traits here. See what trait you just added to the Solar Star. But yeah, it's one of those things where everything like the engine whines differently now, and things seem to be lighting up brighter there. The Flash Gordon noise is ramped up.
More science stuff around.
Just beware. Ming the Merciless has been trying to do that.
All right. Well, I think as Cora and her team make it to the rocket drive in the lower ring, given the time, I think it's a pretty good place to stop for the evening.
Okay.
So push the button.